E-Ray Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of Astrology, here to bring you your daily astrological update for Saturday, April the 5th, 2025. Should you need to utilize my services for natal chart analysis, tarot card readings, freelance writing services, or video synopsis, I can be reached at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com. Don't forget to sign up for my monthly newsletter. You can find the link in the comment section on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page within the astrology post. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology. Today, the sun is in Aries at 16 degrees by 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Under these energies, and that'll go on all day, of course. Under these energies, one can be deep in thought, helpful, they can be knowledgeable, and simple. Being in one's solitude purely to have time to think about something or someone can be highlighted for you today. Some can receive help or protection. They could give help or protection or feel compelled to. If you'd much rather stay to yourself today, you may be brought to the forefront for some kudos or some form of admiration. Recognition or even reward or respect for one's knowledge can be had today. Where you have placements between 13 and 19 degrees, you are affected by these energies. This can involve your image and how you're seen. If your placements are between 13 and 19 degrees of Leo or Sagittarius, you could be having a blessing coming in toward you, admiration from a romantic partner, admiration regarding a creative endeavor or pleasure pursuits. Maybe you're dealing with someone at a distance from you, or it has to do with your education, skills, or travel. Either way, it's a blessing nonetheless. Gemini and Aquarius placements see the assistance or opportunity, whether it's given or received. So if you have placements in those signs between 13 to 19 degrees, where it involves your friends, your goals, your social groups, your siblings, short distance travel, your locale, your neighbors, or someone in your networks of people, you're dealing with this recognition, reward, respect, admiration, whether you're giving it or someone is paying it to you. Cancer and Capricorn placements within those degrees of 13 and 19 is where the effort is needed or the challenge is posed, and that has to do with career or home and family. Okay, so maybe you're wanting recognition from someone and or reward or kudos, and you're not getting it, whether it's in career or home and family. Or maybe you're working on getting it, Libra placements within those degrees are dealing with relationships, whether it's in business or in home and family, where you are either working on getting recognition from someone or you're giving recognition to someone. That could be happening if you have placements in your chart in the sign of Libra between 13 to 19 degrees. Virgo and Scorpio placements between 13 and 19 degrees is where fate and karma is playing out in your chart. And that fate and karma has to do with work, health, your daily routines where you are of service to others, shared finances, endings, new beginnings, sex, and or your passions. Taurus and Pisces placements between that 13 and 19 degrees is where you will have to initiate assistance and or opportunities that involve your wealth, your worth, your resources, secrets, making sacrifices, being in your solitude, debt, and or taxes. Now, like I said, that's all going on all day. Now, by 9:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon at 22 degrees of Cancer will be squaring Chiron and Aries for about an hour and 45 minutes. This notes when working on healing something, whether it's your image, within home and family or career. For some, it pertains to a relationship. Healing can take place, but effort is needed where one has placements between 19 to 25 degrees of Cancer, Aries, Libra, and or Capricorn. This notes challenges around expressing and receiving emotional support. Emotional vulnerability can be an issue, It's needed. One can be viewed as someone who doesn't care and is neglectful or lazy. This can be something you're healing as it pertains to your image. If you've been lacking willpower, fortitude, or the ability to make a decision, you are overcoming this. Good luck and happiness shines here. Make it last. Loneliness, lack, and even loss can be rectified. One's newfound image can see them as refined, kind, and impressionable. Now, goes on for about an hour and 45 minutes. Now, from starting at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer at 24 degrees will be sextile to Uranus and Taurus for about an hour and 45 minutes. So during that time, this notes an opportunity or assistance being granted or received. This can be sudden or unexpected. Wealth, your worth, or your resources can increase where you have placements between 21 and 27 degrees of Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, and or Scorpio. You're affected by these energies. Under these energies, one can be independent, imaginative, assertive, combative, haughty, immune to criticisms, and rebellious. Projects can suddenly or unexpectedly be implemented. Sudden praises can also come in at this time. Benefits or abundant situations that involve food can also take place. Just avoid harsh or forceful speaking. Knowing who is genuine and who is not is a side note under this transit. Moving along to 3:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the moon and Mars in Cancer at 25 degrees will be trining Venus retrograde in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. It'll do this for an hour and 45 minutes. This blessing that comes in for between that hour and 45 minutes helps you to overcome challenges with romance, finances, or pleasure pursuits. Restrictions are lifted. Responsibilities can ease. Where you have placements between 22 and 28 degrees of Pisces, Cancer, and or Scorpio, you're receiving this blessing. Under these energies, one can be generous, dreamy, artistic, loathing their daily routine, imaginative, serious, brave, diplomatic, or they can follow an unusual path. Achievements can be had, which is great for education, law, literary ventures, and publishing. Happiness is had here. Here, intelligence is the victor, not forcefulness. Now, moving along to 5:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer at 26 degrees will be trining Mercury retrograde in Pisces for about an hour and 45 minutes. A blessing is communicated during this transit. You may have been waiting for this, where you have placements between 23 and 29 degrees of Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. You're receiving this blessing. Under these energies, one can be intelligent, obliging, submissive, helpful, flexible, loyal, and patient. Flexibility, patience, and devotion are assets that usher in successful circumstances. A good position can be had. This rebuilding that is happening due to learning from past mistakes looks to increase your confidence. Feats are accomplished within this hour and 45 minutes, or they're shown to be. By 7:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Cancer at 27 degrees will trine the North Node in Pisces. This is a higher aspiration being granted where you have placements between 24 and 29 degrees of Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. That's where you're privy to this benefit. Under these energies, one can be affectionate, so it could be affection coming in towards you. One can be selfless, endearing, intellectual, harmonious, knowledgeable, a healer, careful, brave, and resilient. Success is achieved here as it pertains to home and family or something going on behind the scenes. Thank you for sticking around for all this good astrology that I'm giving you. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye now.